It's here on her family farm in Franklinville, New Jersey, where Mackenzie Trush comes alive.
Growing up here has been such a really fun, unique way to grow up.
It's one big, happy family.
These are my pets and my family.
Mackenzie's upbringing has been unique in more ways than one. She was born with a rare form of dwarfism called SEMD, one of only 175 documented cases in history. She's had to find ways to adapt her whole life, competing in equestrian shows. And now, the aspiring actress is making her own path on social media.
Now, I'm no yogi, but I think that was pretty good.
To go from growing up on a farm to this past year, you kind of turned into a pretty big TikTok star.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a really welcome, fun change.
What's that like for you?
So, quarantine started, it was now is the time to do the thing I always say I'm going to do, which is make a TikTok and, post, kind of educational but fun, videos. And so I just made one. I felt silly posting it, and then I woke up the next day to a couple thousand views on my first video ever, and it's been like a roller coaster ever since.
And Mackenzie isn't alone. For what seems like the first time, disabled content creators have a genuine audience like never before.
My largest video has over 200 million views. We thought, oh, there's something to this. This is an audience that we haven't tapped into before.
Using the app TikTok, influencers ranging in all types of disabilities have tapped into a younger and more eager audience.
It's really exciting to see a second generation of online disability advocates on TikTok. They are so passionate and so well versed.
Now, disabled creators are using the app to tell their stories in their own words. They're dissecting privilege within a media landscape that's otherwise ignored them.
Having access to other disabled people telling stories in a variety of platforms is community building.
Oftentimes, society tries to put us in a box. For me, it was see yourself as non-disabled. Don't be gay. Everything changed for me when I leaned into my disability, came out as gay, and started finding happiness in my own way. I'm down here.
Spencer West has been a star long before TikTok.
I wanted to share some words with you that help describe my journey and who I am.
A YouTuber and inspirational speaker, Spencer gives audiences a sense of what it's like to live life with no legs.
But what does that mean? Time for an anatomy lesson. This stuff here, didn't touch it. This stuff here, didn't touch it. I hope that clears up any confusion. Thank you.
He's built a following and even made a famous friend along the way, Demi Lovato. But it wasn't until Spencer got on TikTok that things took off.
I go to the bathroom just like everyone else!
Now with 3 million followers, he's using his space to educate, but he also wants audiences to know that it's okay to be proud of your disability.
I grew up in the 80s and early 90s, and at that time, to be seen as disabled was sort of taboo. You wanted to be seen just like everyone else, and that your disability didn't define you or limit you in those ways. And now we're sort of learning, that's a terrible way to think, and that's I'm proud to have a disability, and it is a part of me.
Imani Barbarin couldn't agree more.
That I don't have a problem with being disabled. You have a problem with me being disabled. One of those things is a problem, and it sounds like it's yours.
She's an activist and a writer who focuses on the intersection of race and disability.
We represent so many different faiths, political backgrounds, and I wish that we would no longer be seen as a monolith.
If I'm gonna pull up Imani's TikTok page, what can I expect?
The truth. You can expect the truth. I think my videos are very much so geared towards not really sugarcoating disability. 40% of prisoners have a disability.
Her videos offer an uncompromisingly honest take on the reality of life as a Black woman with cerebral palsy.
If we're talking about white supremacy within the disability community, then we're calling you out.
Imani is ready for a change in the way society represents both Black and disabled people.
Oh my God, I am so glad that you agree. We should have way more disabled people in media, in film, in TV, in all of it. No, not you. But I thought you just said, excuse me, I have no more time for this. I am about to profit off of representations that will create stereotypes that you will have to live by without including you at all. In terms of the media representations of disability, it's all about making non-disabled people feel better about themselves by comparison. Our bodies are a litmus test for how much worse yours could be and how much more grateful you should be, because you could be us. And I really hope Black and brown disabled people see themselves reflected on social media. At least we need to be seen by the public and by society because we exist and we are here.
Representation of disabled people in Hollywood and the media, or lack thereof, is a glaring problem when you look at the numbers. While 26% of the adult population in the United States is living with a disability, a study done on the top 100 grossing films of 2019 found that only 2.3% of speaking characters had a disability.
If film is the only place that you can access or you have seen a disabled person, then that story becomes the only narrative that you learn about. It carries so much more weight in shaping your understanding of what disability might be like.
When disability appears in a story, it always serves a function.
Dr. Allison Patsevas co-produced the film Code of the Freaks, an in-depth exploration of how movies treat disability on screen.
Stories are everywhere, and when Hollywood gets a hold of our stories, they want to shove it into these really set kind of stereotypical narratives.
RJ, look right here.
There are more nuanced roles for disabled actors. RJ Mitty, who has cerebral palsy, playing Walt Jr. on Breaking Bad.
Are they too tight? Because you don't want to get them if they're too tight.
They're pretty short.
She's not my vibe.
You're racist.
And Steve Way, who lives with muscular dystrophy, on the Hulu comedy show Rami.
You don't really see people like me on television, or if you see someone who is supposed to be me, they don't look like me, and their stories are not truly what we go through.
Back on the farm in Jersey, there's still work to be done. And Mackenzie's made a promise to herself that she won't take roles that make her disability a punchline.
As I got older and was offered roles in like commercials, but like you're gonna be playing an elf. And it was just portraying that stereotype even further. It's not helping, that's hurting the community. I would not be able to sleep knowing that I've contributed to that. And I know I'm privileged to be able to say that I can say no to that. I'm like proud of my content. I like to tell myself that maybe somewhere in the back of their mind, the video will stick with them.
It's just a 15-second video, but these creators are making sure that with each TikTok, they're forging a more inclusive future for not just the disabled community, but for everyone.
It's always funny when people ask, like, where's this community been this whole time? Like, right here, the whole time. We've been here the whole time. And I think it's our time. I really do.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.